Hey everyone, Waddler-D. We're back for more Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. But I'm definitely not playing it on that. Here we have one of the more iconic locations that you would expect in the Mario game at this point, mainly because of this freaking first installment in the entire series. Well, actually, I guess you could say Super Mario Bros. 2, but this is more traditional. Desert Land is where the difficulty takes a little bit of a climb. It's not really that much dangerous. There's still very few death pits to worry about, but you do have some incognito action here where you have guys disguised as breakable blocks trying to jump upon you like nobody's business. But thankfully, they are pretty obvious to see. Unfortunately, that whole getting hit upside the face with a red shell was not obvious. Great fire snakes, always a grand spanking thing to deal with. One thing that kind of scared me is when I dropped down near here, it's like, how the hell do you get out of here? Like, there's no way if you're small until you realize there's something right here. Speaking of which, you also want to consider this option if you're having trouble. You want to get in here really bad, because, well, that's a freaking extra life. But more importantly, these fire snakes suck. Ari, I feel like you're breaking up a pipeline here, considering all the damage you're doing to the structure, but I have always wondered what the hell these things are all about. Like, they just look like... One thing you have to consider is that these fire snakes will not care about the floor they're on sometimes and will jump through it. Just be a little bit hesitant getting close to them, especially when they reappear on the screen. And that's why I have a phone, because they sometimes interrupt what the heck I'm wanting to do here. But yeah, I've always wondered about these pipes and like, are they actually for oil or are they just for a nice little structure like root? Oh, great, you guys are back. Right at the end, come on. Also, unfortunately, I got 2 stars, but in the wrong place. Because if you're wondering what has happened and why things are a little bit different that you remember them from the first video, well, the thing is because, well, I decided to get a second warp whistle to show some things off real quick. Not to mention, I probably should have shown that off immediately, so... But before we even discuss that real quick, let's talk about the wonderful world of the end cards. The end cards is a memory matching game where you basically can potentially get free items as long as you're really diligent in matching them up. One nice thing is once you remember where a card is, you can potentially use that to your advantage. Otherwise, you're probably going to fail quite a bit the first couple times. Good news is that once you do that board, that board will stay there as long as you're playing through the game and until you find all the cards. Once you find all the cards, a new board replaces that. And then you don't have to worry about it. Like it's just a nice setup. Speaking of minigames, hello Toad. Gonna throw me back into this hellhole of a room? See if Luigi can actually stack up some lives here. Nice, nice. Oh, don't even do that again. The trick here is you need to make sure to watch the center of the screen, press the A button right when that item that you want is in the center of the screen. If you can nail that, you can get some extra lives pretty easily, but I'm too lazy for that sometimes. Sometimes I just don't want to focus. I just want to let the lottery decide for me, but before we head to that fortress, we got to deal with a bit of a break. Well, maybe not a total break, because you got quicksand pits, and the last thing you want to do is get stuck in these, because you're going to have to hammer the A button to get out of it. But on the plus note, they aren't going to kill you instantly. It's not like Super Mario 64 where you have freaking quicksand valley where, oh, you jumped into this quicksand that's fast acting and totally killing? Yes. Other thing that's kind of cool is you have a bit of an Oasis effect going on here, and I think there's a 1-up in one of these blocks, but unfortunately I am unlucky there. I kind of want to hitch that ride because swimming kind of sucks in this game, and I'm not going to discuss it right now because there's going to be a world full of that crap, and that would be a better place to cover. But for now, Luigi kicks some ass, gets a star, good setup Luigi. I'm hoping you'll get a freaking 1-up here, or 5-up, I should say. Mario, your turn, bud. And as much as I would like to show off this whistle, that's the next world. But I have 2 now, and we might have 1 more ahead of us. But for now, Mario's gonna have to do the deed of taking a deed from a freaking Boom Boom. And this place is a little bit more dangerous than the first. Less lava, but more hazards. Because we got Thwomps, introduced for the first time in the series, trying to kill me very effectively from above. But more importantly, the Boo Buddies. And no, they are not actually your buddy. Because just because they're pretty calm when you're looking at them, appreciating their existence, as soon as you turn their back, they are after you pretty damn quick. So you want to try to maybe keep your eye contact, make sure that they don't actually trying to kill me from the floor. Let's just take a peek. No, I guess he's just going to scream out. No, oh my god, he actually is. Wow. So don't take a moment away from the game if you're feeling like you need to run to the bathroom real quick, because those guys can sneak through the damn stage as long as it's the same screen. This room should feel familiar from the first castle where we had that ceiling trying to impale us. This one kind of has a nice little shortcut you can take advantage of, and I highly recommend that you do, because Boom Boom needs to get taken out pronto, and this is pretty much the same fight from the first time we took him out, so I'm just gonna escort him out of his own establishment so I can grab his goodie, the orb, as everyone calls it these days. Not complaining, because it is a pretty nice looking orb. And one thing I forgot to mention, because I didn't know until now, in the first fortress of the game, if you get the warp whistle, you actually don't break that lock, which I never realized until I was like paying attention one day, and I was like, that lock is still there. What the hell? And of course, this lock is, again, a nice little checkpoint, allow you to not only grab some more goodies, but also, well, to take a shortcut if need be. Okay, that's nice. At least I don't get another freaking mushroom, for God's sakes. Luigi's pretty much trying to get a 3 of a kind going here with the fire flowers. So yeah, you could use this pipe, pop yourself in one, and then jump into another, and then you're right in the middle of the map as where you would want to be. Luigi, do you want to take out that boomerang, bro, real quick for us? That's good. He's taking your color, man. You gotta represent. You gotta show who's the better green. Good job, Luigi. Way to show him up. And then we get a music box. Music boxes are kinda okay. I mean, if you're really wanting to play this game competitively, having a music box in your possession will allow you to possibly get the lead in on your opponent, because that means you could potentially get to that castle faster than they, because it puts those boomerang hammer bros whatnot to sleep. And that's all you need to know. They're nothing effective, and that's a good start, Mario. Thank God you still are big enough to take advantage of these, because this level is all about just pyramids. Very interesting structures that... Oh, now I'm getting revenge. Yes, screw you guys. Hate these guys so much sometimes. And of course, one thing I love about this is that you can freaking float slowly downward with your somersault as long as you're Raccoon Mario. Pretty damn solid. And this level is just full of power-ups that you can take advantage of, thankfully. And of course, these douchebags make a nice return, but as long as you're really much on top of them, they won't cause any issue. I have a feeling there's something in here. Like, I feel bad for that Koopa right now. Help me out, Koopa. Okay, that wasn't any help, but in fact, that just ruined all my chances to get whatever I was looking for. Damn it. Oh well. I was kind of hoping I would... Okay, I am not going to die. Please don't kill me, game. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of that spot, because this is where you get a nice cathartic moment where you can just see this shell just cause all sorts of mayhem, get yourself some extra coinage while watching this kind of drill out of... Nice, good job, extra points. I love that. But yeah, I like that little moment. Let's see if I could get something good out of this. Yeah, good. Good job, Mario. We need a star in your life. Besides, you want to become the superstar, right? Is that a heart block? What? What is that block? You see that, right? There's a heart block down there. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Is this a new addition to this version of the game? Because I'm kind of curious. Luigi, pave a path through the quicksand. Because we get introduced to that lovely figure in the top left of the screen. That is the Angry Sun, and Super Mario Maker 2 thankfully brought him back into existence. You also need to watch out for the weather events because this place is full of climate change. You have a freaking tornado on the one end, and then you have an Angry Sun trying to UV you to death on the other. And as long as you don't touch them, you'll be fine, but this place is just full of quicksand traps that try to trick you up. But unfortunately, the Angry Sun cannot withstand the power of a card. And Luigi, please get that 5 up, man. Please get all those extra lives so you can make your brother look like trash right now. I'm not trying to be mean to Mario. But Mario is going to try to get himself a nice item to help him out, because being small in his life isn't all that great. And you get the fucking booby prize yet again, Mario. Congratulations. I mean, granted, you have the P-Leaf, but yikes. Guess we're gonna have to immediately not use that, because I was hoping... Oh, God, I kind of wish I did bring it along. Mario just died. Mario just absolutely got snacked on by a damn Chain Chomp. Luigi, you're gonna have to put some salt on that wound. Here, brother, I don't need this extra life. Luigi might actually get himself to the castle first, but these Chain Chomps are killing me already. They are an invincible enemy until you realize shells are really damn effective against these things. And Koopa. Oh, no. Game. That's a mean place to put your damn power up. So, yeah, this is what happens when you have a shell. These guys get bought real quick. That makes any sense, but thankfully they're not too... How in the living hell did that hit me? What was that hitbox, game? Like, I jump and happen to land on the corner of that space that proceeds to hit me somehow. Thankfully, we have a way to, like, recover from that BS, because we got a nice little place we can check out. And it's this little secret up here, complete with coins to grab, because we'll be needing them after the salt that I've been experiencing so far. Luigi, you gotta one-up your brother, dude. I mean, you gotta have your own game. And another thing to note, this room may look like it's a dick move to small Mario and Luigi, but there's a mushroom over here, so take that in consideration when you go in here and realize, oh, I can't do anything. But you can. And I kind of like this music because I don't think it's actually in the original at all, or Super Mario All-Stars. I'm not sure where the music came from. Stop, Gnat. Yeah, there's a gnat flying around this room, bugging me like the freaking assholes that they are. Let's see if we can get something nice out of here. Thank you. A leaf is good, considering I got deprived from it earlier. And then... Oh, Chain Chomp right at the end. Okay, well, you know what, buddy? I got this thing called Corner Pocket. Yes! Good job, Luigi. Get them 5 1-ups. Not to mention that firework is pretty damn awesome. Unfortunately for Luigi, he has deprived himself of the heart space. Let's see what this is all about. Keep lining up the pictures for more... Wait, what? A 7-up? When did this come into... Oh my god, there's a leaf now. Alright, let's see what we get here. Oh, I think I did it too early. No, I did it just right. Come on, Mario. Make your brother look bad. And that's the worst looking leaf I've ever seen in my life. Good job, Mario. You ruined everything. You know what? Just for that, we're going... I just did these out of... Shit! Alright, well, just for that, you can use your big old Mushroom Man ability to potentially take advantage of a secret, which is only at the very beginning of this level. However, if you don't have a particular... by a particular leaf to partake of, you might want to consider hitting this box. And then boom, you won't have to worry about it. Then afterwards, you can run right the hell back, smash through the ceiling, and then realize you got a nice little coin extravaganza up here, especially if you hit a particular block up here. Do not fall for the trap of going to the left side and then to the right. It's actually this third block. Of course, I had to deprive myself of a few extra bit of chump change just to make sure you know. And that cheap, I don't know why, just disappears for some reason until you go off screen in that very pool of water, and he just magically reappears. Like, that's not how things work, game, but I guess for now it does. And yes, these are all coin blocks, so if you're thinking these would change into coins, thank goodness that they don't, because this would be the most traumatizing scene in the entire game. Just floating trees and cacti. That's worse. That's okay, maybe it's not worse than a floating pipe, but it's pretty damn bad. Other than that, this is kind of like a nice chill level. No problems whatsoever. And if you really need an extra leaf, it's right the hell here. I mentioned extra coins just in case, but I think we're done with this level. I think we've seen all that we need to see. Oh, I'll take that freaking star. Sacrificing the Raccoon Mario for something better. I'm not complaining. Alright. Oh, there's that end. Luigi, you know what to do, right? Grab those items, please, because Mario needs help. In fact, Mario doesn't need a lot of help, because you're getting all of the help. Flower. Damn it. Alright, so let's see if I can find a 1-up in this little area. Nope, just coins. Wow, that's an absolute showcase of failure right now. Go Luigi, just go say hello to this boomerang bro. You're taking out all the green guys, man. Nice. Good job, Luigi. And guess what we get for all this trouble? Something that doesn't relate to the enemy we just defeated. A hammer. A hammer is pretty damn good. Mainly for one reason alone. There is a particular block that you can break. And I'm not talking about this one. That you can break this rock, but that would be a waste of a hammer. There's another rock that gives you a lot more benefit. But for now, we got a pyramid to explore, and unfortunately, this pyramid does not stick to continuity, because, I mean, we did enter a place that looks like it was made out of stone, not cave, but I'm not complaining. I get to hear this theme again, so no problem there. This place is all about the Buzzy Beetles getting their due. They're basically the most threatening enemy in this area, and they have a new form of trying to kill you, which is a little scary, but as long as you're on your toes and understanding how these guys work and how they fall off ledges when they walk, or how they can walk off ledges, I should say, you shouldn't have any issues here. More importantly, you should remember that block, because it'll allow you to get this nice little bonus right here. Thank God for Mario having a tail to break this without too much trouble. Alright, and I'm going to try to get these as much as I can. Problem with trying to collect these coins is that you are likely going to destroy a bunch of blocks doing so it's behooves you to be careful. But once you got them all back to normal, you can grab as much as you can and leave. Thankfully, Mario's trying to catch up to Luigi's lead at the moment. I mean, the fact that he's packing that's the thing I was worried about. Yeah, Buzzy Beetles know how to basically get the ambush on you, but now that you are aware of it, that won't happen to you. Another thing to note is this little this switch block right here. I did not know about this until recently. Like, I always had just basically ran straight towards the exit, and Mario, what the hell? Seriously? Just a 1-up after all that? And I think Luigi might be taking the lead in a lot of areas, so let's see what Luigi's gonna do here. He's going into the items, busting this freaking rock, and realizing we got a freaking fire bro, it looks like. Yeah, this is a new enemy in the series. Well, back in 1988. And these are actually pretty dangerous enemies. Wow, Luigi, please do not lose all your lives here. But Luigi finally has gotten his hands on his own warp whistle. Unfortunately, we're still not using any of these, so Mario, how about you take something off your brother's hand since he fully was running straight like straight towards the real target here. Let's see if we can find this particular item. Yes, good. Perfect. That's what I was kind of looking for, even though this is not the best power-up in the game by any stretch. It's still pretty damn good. And Mario might potentially steal this from Luigi again. Oh. Man, that sucks. Turn into an SMB2 enemy again. They really wanted to remind you that this game exists. But now Mario has a new problem. He has another Doomship to traverse upon, and it's definitely a step up from the first one. Like, for one thing, you won't know the level's layout from the very beginning of the game, and you're gonna get acquainted with more of the same. Bullet bill blasters. One that I forgot to mention, how I love how the screen, or the sway of the ship also kind of dictates the trajectory of those bullet bills, moving them up and down slowly, so that can be kind of dangerous. And that's why it makes these levels a little bit more different than the usual auto-scrolling left to right action. And I'm going to definitely need this, thank you. More importantly, I really like that some Koopalings are basically designated. Wow, that was a mean way to put that bullet bill blaster down there, so I can't see it until it smacks me upside the face. But it's kind of nice to see that some of the Koopalings are designated to like cargo holding, and the next one that we're facing up against seems like the type that would be designated to like crap duty like that. Nevertheless, we are now going to try to take on our second of the Koopalings, as I'm going to discuss why I like these guys so damn much. Morton is probably one of the ones that usually gets stomped on the most. Not to mention his arena does not lend to him at all, especially when he jumps directly into my feet. Good job, buddy. Probably shouldn't have been listening to Larry so damn much, but Koopalings. Easily one of the best contributions to the series. Period. The only thing I really want Nintendo to do with them at this point is to put them in a 3D freaking game, please. Why have you been holding out on us? Because it would be amazing to see these guys in the 3D spectrum where they're using their freaking wands and their special traits. Granted, they don't have them yet, but over time they're going to have some nice differences to make them separate from one another. And now, Princess Peach gives me a really weird message about a white block containing magic power that sounds like something that you would say when you're a little bit on the drug. Just a thought, Peach. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but please, if you know what she's trying to let me know of, I want to know what she's thinking. However, she gives us the Juggum Cloud, or Juggum, I think, Jujim. Yeah, this cloud is basically Lakitu's cloud, but they're going with the Japanese naming of it, and it's also a really damn good ability. Not as good as P-Wing, but it does allow you to skip levels if you happen to run into one that's like, oh god, I hate this freaking level. Unfortunately for me, I would just use it and then go back to the level I skipped, because I have to do all these damn levels perfectly clear after all. So now that we're done with World 2, we now have a fun-filled adventure in the water coming up, and I'm really not looking forward to any of it. Because water levels in Mario games are pain, usually. Some kind of beat that spectrum, but Mario Bros. 3 is not the game that really nailed it all, but it does have an advantage. It does do a lot better than, say, maybe Mario or Super Mario World, but we'll see. Next time, we'll see how Mario and Luigi handles the beach. So thanks for watching, have a great day, and adios.